So, today what I'll be dealing with is I'll be sharing information with you on where to order things when you want to order certain things, want to start business. I've come to move around Kamwala. If you want to understand Kamwala, me myself, I've come to divide it into three parts. There's the first part, that's the first layer, paichi line, paichi poster after the bridge. Line here being a big mosaic. That's the first line. There's the second line, which is after being a big mose ija group first line kufika na kuchimtengo kuja kuama kuelera where you board buses that are going to Chilenje. That I call the first line. The second line is just after there's that pavima drum where those things are, pavima drums. That's the second line. The third line is after my drums. After those drums, that's the second line. So one of the things that I've come to observe is that if you want to do business in Kamwala, or if you want to order things from Kamwala, it's best you start with the third line. The third line, mostly, let me say, it's a place whereby let me say, are they limited or what? Let me say, how can I explain this? Okay, those guys are the real wholesalers, like seriously wholesaling. You understand what I'm saying? Serious wholesaling. When we start with the first line, you know what I mean by the first line. I explained those things at first. So there's the first line. The first line is, let me say, the expensive one. The second line is cheap. It's a bit cheap. The third line, they are the cheapest. As you head towards the prison area, is it the one in Kamwala South? Those are the cheapest. So if you want to do business, you want to order. For instance, I've come to observe that there are certain things that you'll find in the first line, they will sell you at 130 or 110, somewhere there. The second line will be selling that thing at 80 kwacha. Go to the third line is 45 kwacha. 45, even 35. I was even surprised. In fact, good quality, the same stuff. I was even surprised recently. One of my uncles deals with shoes. My uncle and auntie, they have a shop where they supply shoes. I was very surprised to find them having high quality shoes which they bought at 35. So I was wondering, 35 Mazapado, where did you buy these shoes? So those are things that you get in the third line. These are things that I discovered during my wedding period, whereby you discover the same shoes. What made me to find this is that we're looking for bow ties. You discovered the first line had bow ties and they were going somewhere 35, 30. When we were moving, because we didn't find the color actually that we were looking for, when we moved in the second line, we discovered that there was a 10 kwacha or 15 kwacha less. When we reached the third line, we discovered that those people were actually selling 3 bow ties, 3 to 4 bow ties, going a bunch of them at 15 kwacha. Wow, the first line had them at 35 kwacha. So with time you discover that even the shoes, you need shoes. You go in the third line, you discover they are cheap. So if you want to start doing business, it's not everyone that is ordering things from Tanzania. It's not everyone that is ordering things from Nakonde. It's not everyone that is ordering things from South Africa. Some of these things are just, you just know the spot where these people get them. That's all. That's the way we get these things. You just know. Batenga kuti. So me, what I would advise, if you are dealing with Vama, Vofala, Zapato, baby wears, all those things, you go with third line. The first line, you get them unless you are vote. I've seen shops like, there's a shop that was cheap just behind, is it Darling somewhere there, where they were selling shoes at 28 kwacha. Very fancy ones, very fancy shoes for women. So even the first and second line, there are at times shops that are cheap. But you have to know mostly when they bring out their things, mostly which is Monday. Monday mostly prices are good and you're able to find good quality things. So if you want to start dealing in business, clothes, majini, zapato, stockings, everything, mention it. Mondays are the best to order. First line, the prices are a bit high, but you will be lucky. Do not underestimate it as well. It has good products and cheap products at times. But first, it's best if you're in business, it's best you move around, because it will be very painful for you to discover that you order something at 45 in the first line Then later on, as you are moving, you discover it's actually 5 kwacha in the last night. So you might have bought like 5 of those. So as you are starting with business, it will not kill you to research and move around. So know your shops, know your businesses. Those are some of the things that I've been discovering as I'm venturing into this issue of businesses. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe.